guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome. This is MJ's Fair, where we talk everything about growth, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, and faith. Okay, if you're new here, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put up new videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. I don't take you for granted. It's always a pleasure to have you watching the videos again. Alright, as you should have seen from the title already, today we're looking at episode 2 of savings. Now this is very crucial, it's very important, it's very necessary for everyone to actually understand exactly how to manage your income so that you gain that financial freedom you're always looking for. So stay tuned, don't move a muscle, and get my own point of view on this, because there's a traditional way of doing things, but trust me, the millionaires you see today and those who are actually really wealthy out there do not use the traditional method. That's actually why it's called traditional. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so welcome back again. We'll jump right into it to save us time. Now traditionally, this is what holds. I'll draw a chart. This is a chart. What we believed in is when you take your income, that's after taking out the tax and every other thing, 50% actually goes to your needs. Now, what exactly are these needs? You have your bills, you have your rent, you have food, you have your transportation. Also, to me, something that is very necessary that falls under your needs is debts, which I don't know exactly how those guys figured it out, but debts need to be paid, like especially those that actually multiply, those that yield interest over the time. It's like a canker worm in your system. If you don't take it out, it just keeps eating you even deeper and deeper. There's no way you'll be able to save if you don't actually pay off these debts that you more and more interest over the time. If you actually spread the debt, you realize that by the end of the year, the amount you've paid for interest might even sometimes be more than the initial amount you took as loan. So debt for me goes on the needs. Alright, the next part is the 30%. Now for this 30%, it falls for wants. If you don't know exactly how to separate your needs from your wants, you might want to go back to check the other videos I made. So wants might be maybe giving yourself a treat, or hanging out with friends, or spending time with family. These are things that you can actually do without, but I mean it's necessary for every human being to have this time. And now there's this 20% that goes for savings. This is actually where I have a problem. Not like I totally disagree with this old system, but I do have a problem with this. If you've been working with this, mind you, this has made some people actually get what they wanted to achieve in life, but with me, there's something more to these 20%. And we'll be right back. So my problem with this 20% actually is, why would you take the whole 20% of your income and just stock up somewhere? Like you just put it somewhere that you're saving this money. Now, in the days before, like back then, it might have worked, because actually there were no opportunities, or we did not have as much opportunities as we do have right now. So yeah, maybe that might have worked back then, but lately I don't think there's a need for us to actually junk up a whole 20% of money somewhere, maybe in a bank, for no good reason. Guys, have you read that part in the Bible where the owner of a farm was leaving, he was going on a journey, and he caught 3 of his workers. The first he gave 3 talents, the second 2, and I think the third 1. Now, the person who had 3 talents actually went out, multiplied his talents, and then came back with profits. The guy who had 2 did same. The guy who had 1, what did he do? He buried it under the ground, and when the owner came back, he gave him back, this is the 1 talent you gave me. and he gave it back to the owner. At the end of that proverb, what did it say? You who has one, that one will be taken away from you. Why? Because he did not multiply, he did not invest, he did not trade with it, he did not do anything to multiply what he had entrusted into his hands. That's exactly the problem with this theory for me. Because if when there are actually opportunities out there where you could take this same money, it's part of saving. You invest, you get into the stock exchange market. There are actually platforms where you can save your money just in the stock exchange market and you earn like 5% weekly. There are other opportunities, just explore them. It's still part of saving because whenever you want the money, it's made available for you instantly. But with the bank, no, you have to go through a process and then you must inform them way ahead of time. The 20%, don't just pile it up in the bank. No, you can actually say, okay, from this I take out 5% and keep in the bank, probably for emergencies in case something happens. Which, I mean, like, even if you invest it, you can always take it out from there. But let's say 5% is out in case something happens. The 15%, make good use of that. Go online, explore the stock exchange market. There's Forex, there are like 1,001 of them. Depending on where you are, there are always such opportunities. Just go online, ask questions, search, do your research and find out. Don't just take your money and keep somewhere. I'm not undermining the power of keeping money like in a bank. You need your physical cash and everything. That's different. That's why I said you could actually take out 5% of what you plan to save to put there in case anything happens. You can actually do that, but 15% of that money should go somewhere where even if you're not trading, it's still multiplying. It's yielding you something. Invest it in an opportunity that comes up. Maybe your friend came up with a brilliant idea and this is what's happening right now. Use it up. Invest the money. Don't just go and bury your money somewhere. It's still saving. That's the difference between our generation and the generations past. We have our phones. We can literally do anything with our phones. Use that to earn money. If you actually should be able to earn like 7-digit, 8, why not 12 or 14-digit income, you must diversify, spread your wings. Don't be scared to take risks. Actually, personally, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the traditional way. But to me, I just feel it's crazy for my wants to actually take a larger portion than my savings do. Like, what are these ones that will be more than what I save? That's crazy for me. So personally, when the needs exceed this amount, like when the needs, everything falls within this 50%, which I had explained earlier. And now the 30% for me, I'll take this off. This is not worth it. 30% goes for savings. And for these savings I had explained earlier, it's not storing up your wealth or just keeping it somewhere in the bank for it to stay there. You wake up in the morning, you check your account balance in your account and you're like, oh, okay, I still have this money in my account. That's not what I'm talking about. It's about multiplying what you have. And now this 20% can go for wants and what you call miscellaneous, like emergencies, or in case something popped up. And even this amount, this 30% that I said for savings, it varies. Depends on how much you earn. If my income goes up, what I save will actually go up as well. People always say they are unable to save because they don't earn enough. The problem is you'll never earn enough. By now, we already know that. So it's simple. When your income increases, increase your percentage of savings. If it increases by $100, increase your proportion of savings. It's at your discretion. And then you know that, okay, I work with this 70%. Whatever I have to do must fall within this 70%. If it doesn't fall within this 70%, I push it forward to another year. Income increases, you increase your savings first before any other thing. Increase how much you invested in that business. It's going to yield more profits. Increase how much you invested in stocks or something else. It will yield more profit, which will in turn now come to satisfy these wants. So it's crazy for ones to take up to this amount. It is. It's really crazy. So for me, this is what I go by. How much you save should not be less than what your wants consume. That is not proper for me. And just like I explained earlier, looking at the story of the owner of the farm with his workers whom he gave talents, you see that even Christ wants us to multiply whatever he's given to us, not just our talents, not just our gifts, but he actually wants us to multiply even our wealth. He wants us to multiply everything. That's why women have the ability to procreate, like to create another being, because he wants us to multiply in everything that concerns us. This is the key. Work on this. How much you save. Mind you, savings is not storing up money somewhere. I cannot oversay this. Savings is not storing up money somewhere. It's basically making sure that you can multiply what you have. Any means, any opportunity you have to multiply what you have is saving it, because that money that you invested in that thing, you will get it back and even get surplus. Okay? Hey guys, I hope this video has been helpful and I hope you learned a thing or two. If you have any questions, of course, you can always drop them in the comment section and I'll be right there to reply to every comment. And I hope that you actually implement these things, because getting to hear them is one thing and implementing is another thing. You must be disciplined enough to make sure that you follow these things to the latter. Okay guys, for anything, if you've not subscribed, come on, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put up new content. And until then, see you in the next one. Goodbye.